In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to get started with Sideline Captions to generate code replacement files, manage all of your players, and use AI to caption your photos to make your sports photography workflow faster and easier than it's ever been. So opening up Sideline Captions, I've set a watch folder here that just is going to be the folder that I ingest images into. And you can either do this one time or you can turn on this setting here and it will look at that folder every 10 seconds, find new images and automatically caption them for you. But the first thing we have to do is select a matchup, and this just lets Sideline know which teams are playing and who is on those teams. Now I'm going to use images from a game I shot between Kentucky and Mississippi State a couple days ago. And I do not have these teams in here, so we're going to need to create a matchup. And this is easier than ever with Sideline's roster manager. So I can just go in and select a sport. This was NCAA Men's Division I basketball, and this was between the Mississippi State Bulldogs. I'm going to give them a code prefix of M, and the Kentucky Wildcats, and they can be K here. So I'm just going to hit next. I'll turn on multiple tab codes because that's how I like to use my code replacement files. And you can see in like 2 seconds, it is done pulling rosters for both of these teams, as well as some custom entities to use in code replacements. So I'm going to actually add to these a little bit. I want to add a custom entity for the coach. So I'm going to say Kentucky Wildcats head coach Mark Pope, because I want him to be in the roster as well. And we will do the same for Mississippi State. I'm going to say M coach, and this will be Mississippi State head coach Chris Chance. And now it's done. So if we click into the matchup here, you can see those custom entities are added and this roster is completely ready to go. Now I can export this roster, this code replacement file to share with colleagues or anyone else who's shooting the game, but this is ready to go inside Sideline. Next thing to do is to identify the teams by their jersey number, or by their jersey colors rather. So we have drop downs of all these different colors. Kentucky was wearing white in this game and Mississippi State was wearing black. Like I said, you can add the ability to custom or automatically caption new images. We can also choose to caption filtered photos only, either by like tag status or a star rating or a color class within Photo Mechanic. And after AI has captioned all the images for us, we can also tell the system to set a rating or add a color class to an image just for a better workflow when we're in Photo Mechanic ready to export our images. So I will hop into Photo Mechanic right now. You can see I've grabbed a couple images here. And in the IPTC, we have selected an event, information about city, location, state, etc. But you will notice in all of these images, I have left the caption blank intentionally. So if we just ask Sideline to caption all of these, it's going to take these 11 files and go ahead and use AI to identify what is in the image and who is in the image. Now, code replacements in Photo Mechanic made things a lot faster for us sports photographers to get player names and numbers right every time, to never have misspellings, but it's mostly all about speed. But I would have a hard time saying that I could caption 11 images in the amount of time that it took Sideline. So we have a couple options here. Now that it has written all these captions for us, we can hop into Photo Mechanic and see that it has written a perfect caption for us for this image. We can come in here and review all of the images, or even better, we can just stay within Sideline. We never need to go into Photo Mechanic again if we don't want to, because you can review captions right inside Sideline as well. Now, if you need to edit something for any reason, this caption is perfect, but let's go on to the next photo. So Josh Hubbard, number 12 of the Mississippi State Bulldogs, shoots the ball. Okay, that's correct. He was going up for a layup, but the real story of this picture is that Jalen Lowe went down with a shoulder injury. This was a defining moment in this game. Now, if you need to correct the caption at all, you can press this button to regenerate the caption with AI. You can also choose from a list of players. So it's identified that this is Josh Hubbard. It got it right because it can see his jersey. But if we need to change that, we can just select from the roster that's in here rather than having to type it out. Or if we need to edit this caption manually, we can also do that. And Sideline supports code replacements across the board. So he shoots the ball during the game, but let's add a little bit more context to this image. So we're going to say as K15, Jalen Lowe, number 15 of the Kentucky Wildcats, grabs his shoulder in pain during the game, and we've already said Kentucky Wildcats, so during the game on January 14th, perfect, that's good to go. Move on to the next one. Malachi Moreno dribbles the ball. Okay, he's not dribbling the ball, but we'll just say looks to shoot. So it does a pretty good job of identifying players when it can see their jersey numbers and also identifying the action in the image. But we always recommend that you look through your captions before you send off your photos just to make sure everything's correct. So stands on the court as, and I'm going to say M coach, as Chris Jans reacts to a call during the game against the Kentucky Wildcats. Perfect. I can move on. So this is really, really fast to do and ultimately really accurate. We hope that Sideline, all the way from roster generation, code replacement generation, to captioning your images, can help make your sports photography workflow faster than ever. So we'd encourage you to sign up. You can get 500 images captioned for free on our free trial. And then if you do choose to subscribe, we have plans starting from just $15 a month, and you can cancel at any time. So would love for you to try out Sideline Captions. Let us know what you think. But here is to a better sports photography workflow.